Welcome to our channel, where everyday moments hide deeper mysteries, where ordinary people face extraordinary choices, and where you help decide what happens next. In every episode, you will hear a story inspired by real life, situations we might all experience, conversations we could all have, and decisions that could change everything. Listen carefully. Pay attention to the clues. And when the moment comes, you will choose what the main character should do. Type your choice in the comments, A, B, or C. And in the next episode, we will follow the path that most of you selected. Now, take a deep breath, sit back and let the story unfold.
Emily Carter had always thought of herself as someone who handled life well. She was 31, worked as a project coordinator at a mid-sized advertising company in London, and lived with her younger sister, Mia, in a two-bedroom flat near Clapham. Her life was not perfect, but it was stable, predictable, manageable. Or at least, it used to be. On a rainy Tuesday morning in late autumn, everything seemed normal at first. Emily woke up at 6:45, the same time she always did. She made coffee, packed her lunch, and checked her phone. A couple of emails from work, a message from her mother reminding her about Sunday lunch. A group chat notification filled with memes. Nothing unusual. But when she arrived at the office at 8:55, 5 minutes before her usual time, she immediately sensed something was different. The atmosphere felt heavier. People were whispering in corners. Two senior managers were having a tense conversation near the elevator, and as Emily passed by, they quickly quieted down. She walked to her desk, dropped her bag, and opened her laptop. That was when she saw it. A plain white envelope placed carefully at the center of her keyboard, her name written on the front. No stamp. No company logo. No handwriting she recognized. She frowned, looked around, and asked her colleague Jake, whose desk was across from hers. "Did you see who left this?" Jake shook his head. "No idea. It was there when I came in." Emily opened the envelope. Inside, there was only one folded sheet of paper with a message typed in a simple black font. "You don't know the full story. But someone expects you to stay silent. Talk to no one." Under the message was a timestamp. 8:12. That meant the note had been placed less than an hour ago. Emily felt a sudden pressure building in her chest. Her company was currently dealing with a sensitive situation, an internal audit involving budget inconsistencies in one of their biggest client projects. Many people were stressed. Some were worried. Rumors had been spreading for weeks. But this note? It didn't sound like a joke. And it didn't sound like something related to the audit either. "Is everything okay?" Jake asked, watching her pale expression. "Yeah," she lied quickly. "Just a weird message." Jake didn't insist. He put on his headphones and returned to work. Emily stared at the note again. "You don't know the full story." "What story?" "Whose story?" Her manager, Laura Shepard, called out from her office. "Emily, can you come in for a moment?" Emily hesitated for a second. She folded the note and slipped it into her notebook before going to Laura's office. Laura looked unusually serious. "Emily. I need to ask you something," she said softly, closing the door behind her. "Did you access the shared financial folder yesterday afternoon?" Emily frowned. "No. I left early for my dentist appointment, remember?" "I know," Laura said, "but someone logged in with your account around 16:30. Emily blinked in confusion. "My account? That's impossible. I wasn't even in the building." Laura nodded. "That's why I'm worried." Emily felt her heartbeat increase. "Could someone have used my password? Unless you shared it." "I didn't." Emily interrupted quickly. "I believe you," Laura said calmly. "I just need you to stay alert. Things might get complicated." Emily left the office feeling even more unsettled. She couldn't concentrate for the rest of the morning. Every time someone walked past her desk, she felt as if they were watching her. As if they knew something she didn't. By lunchtime, she was exhausted. She walked to the small cafe across the street, ordered a sandwich, and sat by the window. Her phone vibrated. A message from an unknown number. Someone is using your name. You're not safe at work. Emily's hands trembled. She typed back. Who is this? No answer. She waited. 5 minutes passed. 10. Nothing. She deleted the conversation, afraid someone might see it. When she returned to the office, a security guard was talking to Laura. They both turned to look at Emily. She felt a cold wave run through her body. Everything was becoming too strange. By 5 p.m. she was ready to go home and forget the day entirely. She packed her bag, put on her coat, and headed toward the lift. As the doors closed, she noticed someone had slipped another envelope inside her coat pocket. This one wasn't plain white. It was dark blue, with a small silver sticker sealing the back. Emily opened it slowly. Inside was a single card with a printed sentence. Don't trust the ones closest to you. Emily reached home later than usual. She didn't remember the bus ride. She didn't remember walking through the rain. Her mind replayed the events of the day like fragments of a nightmare. When she entered the flat, her sister Mia was sitting on the couch, watching a crime documentary. Hey Mia said cheerfully. You look exhausted. Long day? Emily forced a smile. You have no idea. Before Mia could ask more, Emily escaped into her room and locked the door. She sat on her bed and took out the 2 envelopes. She placed them side by side. One white. One blue. 2 different warnings, but possibly from the same person. Or worse, from 2 different people trying to confuse her. Emily's logical side said she should contact HR. Or the police. Or at least her manager. But something inside her told her that doing so might make the situation worse. She closed her eyes. Her head was spinning. Around 9 p.m. someone knocked on her door. It's me, Mia said. Can I come in? Emily opened the door. Mia looked worried. I made tea. And you need to talk to me. Seriously, I can see something's wrong. Emily hesitated. Could she trust Mia? The blue envelope's message echoed in her mind. Don't trust the ones closest to you. But Mia was her sister. Her best friend. The person she trusted most. Unless. Mia whispered, I want to show you something. She handed Emily her phone. On the screen was an email, an anonymous message sent to Mia earlier that day. Keep an eye on your sister. She knows something she shouldn't. Emily felt her knees weaken. Why didn't you tell me this earlier? I didn't want to scare you, Mia said. Emily sat down. Her hands were shaking again. 3 messages. 3 warnings. 3 different sources, or maybe one mastermind playing with her. At that moment, her phone rang. Unknown number again. Emily answered with a trembling voice. Hello? A disguised voice spoke. If you want the truth, come to the office. Now. The line went dead. Emily froze. Mia grabbed her arm. You're not going anywhere alone at night. This is insane. But Emily knew one thing. The messenger, whoever they were, wouldn't wait forever. She stared at the envelopes on her bed, then at her sister. Then at the front door. Now, Emily had to make a decision. Emily trusts Mia and tells her everything. They go to the office together to confront whoever called. This is safer. 2 people instead of 1. But the message said not to trust the ones closest to her. Emily goes to the office alone, keeping Mia out of it. Risky. Dangerous. But maybe Mia is being used as a distraction. Emily ignores the call and instead goes to her manager's house to ask for help. Laura might know more than she's saying. But going to her home at night is strange and suspicious. For this final part, I will choose A. Emily trusts Mia, and they go together. Emily took a deep breath. Mia, okay. I'll tell you everything. For the next 10 minutes, she explained everything: the white envelope, the blue envelope, the message on her phone, the suspicious login at work, and the call she had just received. Mia listened silently, her expression shifting from confusion to fear to determination. We're not letting you go alone, Mia said firmly. If someone wants to scare you, they'll have to deal with both of us. They grabbed their coats and left the flat, heading toward the office building. The streets were almost empty, except for the orange glowing streetlights reflecting in puddles. When they arrived at the building, something was wrong. The front doors were unlocked. At 10:30 p.m. They were never unlocked at night. Mia whispered, "This feels like a trap." Emily nodded, but stepped inside anyway. The lobby was dark, lit only by the weak emergency lights. Their footsteps echoed as they walked toward the elevator. Emily pressed the button. The elevator doors opened immediately, already waiting. The girls exchanged a glance. The elevator ride was silent. Too silent. When the doors opened on the 4th floor, the lights were on, but the entire floor was empty. No security guards. No cleaners. Emily's office door was slightly open. She pushed it carefully, and gasped. Her desk drawers were open. Papers everywhere. Someone had been searching for something. But what? Suddenly, footsteps echoed from the meeting room. Emily froze. Mia grabbed her hand. A shadow moved behind the glass door. Emily gathered her courage, walked to the room, and pushed the door open. Inside, sitting at the long conference table, was Laura. Her manager looked exhausted. Pale, nervous. "Emily," she whispered, "you shouldn't have come." Emily stared. "You called me?" Laura shook her head. "No. Someone used my phone. Someone who wants us to panic." Emily felt her heart drop. "Then who?" A second voice interrupted from the corner of the room. "I did." The girls turned sharply. A man stepped out of the shadows. It was Oliver Grant, the head of IT security. A man known for being quiet, serious, and extremely private. Emily had spoken to him maybe twice in 3 years. What are you doing here?" Emily asked. Oliver walked forward, holding a small USB drive. "You're in danger because someone in this company is leaking client information," he said. "And they're using your account to do it." Emily felt her throat tighten. "Why me?" "Because you're careful," Oliver said. "Quiet. You don't get involved in office politics. You were the perfect person to frame." Mia stepped closer protectively. "Then why send threatening notes? Why scare her?" Oliver hesitated. "That wasn't me." Emily's eyes widened. "What?" Oliver placed the USB on the table. "This drive has the real evidence. It proves who has been accessing the system. And when you see the name, everything will make sense." He pushed the USB toward her. Emily reached for it. Just then, the lights went out. A loud crash followed. Mia screamed. Laura shouted something. Emily dropped to the floor, heart pounding. In the darkness, a struggle broke out. Heavy footsteps. A gasp. A thud. Then silence. After a few seconds, the emergency lights flickered back on. Laura was standing by the wall, shaking. Mia was crouched next to Emily. And Oliver. Oliver was unconscious on the floor. The USB drive gone. Someone had taken it. Someone who had been inside the room with them. Emily looked around, breathless. It wasn't Laura. It wasn't Mia. It wasn't herself. Then she noticed something. A side window was open, just a few centimeters. Enough for someone to slip out. Someone small. Quick. Someone who knew the building well. Someone who had access. Emily's eyes widened. She whispered, "I know who did this." Mia looked at her. "Who?" Emily swallowed. And said the name. Jake. Her coworker. The one who always arrived early. The one sitting closest to her. The one who would have seen anyone put a note on her keyboard. And the one person she had automatically trusted because he seemed harmless. The next day, the police found Jake's apartment empty. His laptop wiped. His phone destroyed. No trace of him anywhere. But 2 days later, they received an anonymous package at the station. Inside was the missing USB drive. And a note. For Emily. "Tell her I'm sorry, but I had no choice." The truth came out. Jake had been manipulated by an external group trying to steal client data. They threatened him, forced him to use Emily's identity to cover his tracks. He never wanted to hurt her. The case closed. But Emily never received another message from him. Sometimes, late at night, Emily wondered if Jake was safe. Or still running. Or watching from somewhere. And whether he would ever return the final envelope she never got to see.
Our story ends here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have a story or a personal experience you want to share, you can write it in the comments. Maybe your story will be the one we tell in the next video. See you in the next episode.